It's funny because usually a new invention, you're scared of it and then you come to love it. And I think with the internet, you come to love it and then you're scared of it. We have this technological revolution. We have this ability to communicate with one another and organize in ways that you can see how powerful that can be, and in all kinds of ways, but especially powerful in giving the average person the ability to get around the state and communicate with other people to overcome tyranny. And then at the same time, you see, recently in I guess it was Kashmir, where they, and I may have the wrong region, but uh, where the Indian government hit the kill switch on it's a Muslim majority area, and hit the kill switch on the internet, and basically is jamming all kinds of social media to where, nobody has any of the communication things that they've come to rely on. And I've always been concerned with the power that Google has to, I mean, you can't be talking to somebody for 10 minutes without coming up with something that you don't know, which used to be, you'd think, well, when I go home or next time I talk to so-and-so, I'll ask him. And now you just Google it and you become very dependent on whatever Google says. And if you want to find out more information about the presidential race and this particular issue in the race, especially when you have a media that is going to say wildly different things about what's going on, it depends a lot on what search results are coming back to you. And it is scary, the ability of our current information systems to have way more sway over us than I think we'd like them to have. I have become less and less excited about the internet because I'm so scared of it. And it's funny because usually a new invention, you're scared of it and then you come to love it. And I think with the internet, you come to love it and then you're scared of it.
Part of it is that, ever since social media became such a big thing, with Facebook and Google and a few others, YouTube especially, I used to call it the re-AOLization of the internet. Remember when AOL, when America Online was such a big deal? But now it looks to me like Google and Facebook are part of a system. They think of themselves as part of some sort of establishment. And that's kind of scary.
Yes. Well, and they've been encouraged by the politicians who want to control speech for all the reasons that we wrote the First Amendment in the first place. And throughout history, politicians have wanted to control speech. You kind of look at me and you think, well, you shouldn't go along with them. But of course, they're more than willing to come to Washington and be, yes, we are also pillars of the society. I don't know, they're the seventh estate or something, or the 22nd estate, but and they're going to police it. And very frightening, and especially from a libertarian standpoint, I don't want the government to be forcing Facebook to do anything. But I also find that what they have now is kind of Facebook, feels like they might be regulated and they're going to go along. And if it's a muddled situation, because if the government were forcing them to do certain things, the public would say, stop doing that. But it's almost like Facebook is going out and doing it on its own and pretending to be a good steward of the public, whatever, and they're a terrible steward of it. And the truth is, I think almost all of these groups, almost anybody who's going to set up a platform and then police speech on it, they're not going to be popular, and it's not going to be helpful. Policing speech is not something we really want to create some huge infrastructure to do. Of course, we almost live in a society where the idea that you want to keep what you say private is almost grounds for suspicion. I can't believe how many people, response to things are, well, what would you care if you don't have anything to hide? Like, so you don't lock your doors or close your drapes when you're getting dressed. It really is, I think, amazing that so many people don't see the danger in the government knowing everything about everybody. And it's just like, what did Orwell and Huxley and all these people just write books for nothing? I'm kind of hoping it will work out to cause people to be more concerned about political tyranny.